Hey guys, welcome back to my Hypermotard. So I've gotten some emails regarding people asking, now that I've had this bike, I've had it since about December or so. They want to know what are the things I like about it, what are the things I don't like about it. So I thought, why not make a video on that? That makes sense. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be a two-part video. First part, I'm going to talk about the things I do like. So let's start with the things I do like. First of all, how about the looks? I mean, one of the things I was actually thinking about getting a 939. And I was right at that verge of where the 939 was just kind of weeding out and this one was just coming in. And I was so hooked on the looks of that 939, especially with the single-sided exhaust. And then when this one came out with the dual exhaust, I was like, I'm not feeling it. But I guess the more videos and the more reviews, and I just started looking a lot more into it, and I kind of fell in love with it. And then now I look at the 939 and I'm like, nah, there's no comparison, man. Plus all the electronics and all that stuff was upgraded, so there's a lot of good features. So first things first is the looks. I mean, I love the aggressive look of the beak. To me, it reminds me of a raven's beak. It just looks pretty badass, really. So another thing is also the back end. You want to come around this side. Again, like I was saying, the 939 had just a single exhaust. This one, of course, now with the Austin Racing exhaust, if you just come around here, I love the way this thing looks. It just looks aggressive. It's just a sexy look, man. I just love it. I love the way this thing looks. Besides the looks, obviously it looks great. One of the other things I really like about this bike is the power. Man, the power band on this bike is just ridiculous. This thing pulls in every gear. I mean, when I say pull, it's like my butt is literally sliding back if I don't lock my knees in, and it just feels like it wants to wheelie in every single gear. It's an absolute beast. And I'll tell you what, I give up way before this thing gives up, because I've taken it up to some speeds that, well, I won't mention, but let's just say that I definitely give up before it gives up. I mean, I could still give it some serious throttle. I don't even know what the top speed on this thing is, but it's pretty aggressive. Power band is really aggressive. The other thing is the handling on this thing is just, if you followed me from my last YouTube videos, you've kind of gotten to know me, and you know that I've come from a dirt bike background. But to me, the handling on this thing is very much like a dirt bike. It's a little heavier, of course, but I can go up and down a curb and it's not going to destroy it like most bikes, and that's what I loved about this bike. I wanted to get a bike that resembled a dirt bike, and that's exactly what it is. It's a high-end supermoto is basically what it is. So yeah, but as far as the handling, I mean, it's ridiculous. You can go hooligan style up and down the street pulling wheelies, because it will do it very easily, or you could take it through the canyons, or you can go commuting. It's got the different riding modes. It's got the sport, the touring, and the urban. And I could tell you from the urban touring, there's not too much of a difference. But when you go into the sport mode, yeah, there's a big difference, man. This thing it's very jerky. It's just wants to wheelie on you every gear. But yeah, that's pretty amazing, man. And as far as the electronics, that's really been a big upgrade from the 939. You have the ABS control, you have the traction control, you have the wheelie control. And one of the things I really liked about it, as you know, if you ever followed Ducati, you know that Ducati, this is years ago, but in order for them to decrease their pitting time, they turned it into a single-sided swing arm so that they can remove that back tire, put it back on, and take off. And it's a benefit to them, but it's a big help to us as owners. Down here, besides the swing arm alone, look at the look. I love the looks of this thing. Super easy to take off this back tire. You just take this off, it slides. It's independent from the chain, so you don't have to mess with trying to put the chain back on. Putting the wheel on is just as easy. You put it back on, put this on, you're good to go. And then again, with adjusting the chain, super easy. It's really easy. I've always had dirt bikes, and it was always such a pain in the butt, man. You had to get match the little grooves in order to make sure that the back tire is even. On this one, come around here, I can do this chain in 30-40 seconds, really. All you do is loosen these bolts, and there's a little tool you use to bring the rim up and down and tighten them up, and you're good to go. So very easy. So again, those are the things I do like about this. There are some things I don't like about it, and you're going to tune into the next video. They're not deal breakers, but There are definitely things that that kind of have bothered me a little bit, but other than that, guys, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next video. It's coming up on the things I don't like about this bike. So again, guys, see you next time.